proud of. But it's a credit to our guys realizing, the other night wasn't good enough. And, when we face that throughout the season, they usually come back and accept the challenge the next day.
Is he just amazing sometimes?
Yeah, he's unique. He's just untapping the surface of how he can use his athleticism. We see it above the ground, and over time we're going to see how he can use it on the floor. Pick and roll defense, or how he's navigating different ball screens, how he can attack and still get downhill. But you combine that athleticism and then his vision. What he can see, late, early. It's impressive, and then you tack on just the skill of three-point shooting and the competitiveness and the selfishness. We've got a special young man there.
How do you build on a win like this, and how impressive a win was this for your team?
Very impressive for sure. For us, it's just constantly trying to focus on getting better. We're humble in our process. Hopefully, our guys, you enjoy this. It's obviously a special win to come on the road against one of the top 5 teams in the league. Top 5 defenses in the league, and to win it on the road, those are special wins. But for us, we get another opportunity against a good opponent in Phoenix. So it's the beauty of the NBA. You move on, whether it's after a loss or after a win. Our guys are just ready about getting better.
When you're working, design it like this, or was this just a phenomenal game by the players? Did they come out that intense and hungry? Which was?
I think it was intent hungry. Obviously I thought they went out and executed our game plan great. Game plan had to get switched up, over the course of the game a few times, but offensively we just kind of go out there and play our style of basketball regardless of what the defense throws at us, whether it's man-to-man, zone, it's switching, it's blitzing. But I think these guys, as I just mentioned, the resiliency after the Sacramento game, guys were, fairly pissed and realized we let that slip away. And, as these games go on, you build a lead and it kind of slips away a little bit in the second quarter. You just find a way to build it. I think they're learning, they're growing, they're realizing these are opportunities you can't let slip away.
When you're developing Ja, is he more of a film room guy, or are you doing this more on the court with him? What works best?
I think everything. That's what's impressive about him is he has a learning style in so many different areas. It's constant one-on-one film, it's team film, it's his individual vitamins. He leans on his teammates, the dialogue. So he's a visual. He's a listening learner as well. He goes about it a lot of different ways. And, when we first sat down and talked about it, he's like, I love to watch film. I love to talk to the game. I love to learn the game. When we talked about who you're ready to go up against, each every night, he's like, whoever I can learn from. So he learns a lot of different ways, and you can see it right now over the course of just one game or game to game. It's impressive for a young man.
Coach, everybody remembers that Kevin Love. It seems like it's naturally playing, so just attack the rim.
Sure.
But are you worried he's going to get hurt? Do you tell him, tone it down a little bit? He's not the biggest guy.
Yeah, our message to him all along is he's got to be in attack mode, at all times. But, as we talk about his learning style and his ability to read, you start seeing him coming off the ball screens and selling into the pocket, and it's a floater game or it's kickouts, and but you still got to set a tone with our offense and get downhill. I'd be saying the same thing for Jaron or DB or Jay. You got to attack downhill when that opportunity presents itself. But we've had the dialogue about finding new strategies to face physical, aggressive defenses at the rim and not going in there full throttle and using some finesse around it. He's done it at times. It's just a new habit for him to learn. And as he expands his three-point game, he's lethal at all 3 levels eventually.
You talk about the intensity of the game. Was that exactly what you guys wanted? The pace and the quickness. You guys rather run and gun it look like.
Yeah, it's obviously against one of the elite offensive rebounding teams in the league. And you're expelling a lot of energy and individual matchups, team defense. I think our guys really settled into letting our defense fuel our offense. Our pace is huge for us offensively, but our defense kind of ignited it, coming up with some big rebounds for the majority of the game. Working really hard, on Leonard and Williams especially, and then getting out and running. It's our style of basketball. So today, high intensity game. Our guys just committed to it for 48 minutes.
Coach, I know you're focused on your group, but as a former G League guy, have you been paying attention at all to what Mike Miller's doing in New York with that?
Mike's a good friend of mine. He and I actually met each other. He was actually working in Austin the year after I left, so I got to know him, through a colleague of ours, and then we actually worked at the NBA Draft Combine a couple years ago. Just to sit down and just talk basketball, talk about his family. Talked about how he has some Texas roots. I'm from Dallas, so we kind of initially just kind of connected right off the bat. And, to see him getting this opportunity and getting the guys competing, and I know he's doing what he loves to do. It's awesome to see. The G League and where I was from in the D League. The opportunities it creates for coaches, for players, for the officials, executives. It's awesome, and to get the back of the NBA. Give guys like us opportunities. To cut our teeth there and grow and learn and make mistakes. It prepares us for these opportunities.
People who don't know him are probably surprised that the Knicks are, I think, 1 game under 500 under him, but you know him as a coach. Does it surprise you at all?
No, not at all. I mean, he loves the game of basketball. He's got a great ability to connect with players and build relationships. And I know he's super competitive, but he's humble in doing it. So he just goes out and tries to work as hard and prepare as hard as he can. And just kind of lets the players go out there and just compete. And I think he just does a good job of connecting with them, allowing them to go out and showcase what they're able to do. And I know he's hungry to want to get better every single day. It's one thing that came across when he and I started talking over the combine. But he loves the game. I know he pours his heart and soul into it, so it's no surprise.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Hey there, NBA fans. For exclusive NBA content, subscribe to Fanatics View YouTube down below.